Hello, this is Dattaji, and I am going to be preaching the spiritual knowledge of Sri Dattaswami. Did God ever ask you to love Him? He has created equal facilities for all the souls, including atheists. He has created a cycle of deeds called as karma chakra, which is the legal constitution, and according to it, you will receive your rightful results. He has not done any injustice to you for not loving Him. Sometimes I hear people saying, I have no time to think of God. I do not bother about God. Well, God is also not bothered about you either. If you care a pin for God, He will not care even a millionth pin for you, because in His eyes, this entire earth is not equal even to a pin tip. It is you who is approaching God every time for some favor. It is you who is always bothering Him to break the legal way and protect you. Yes, He does it. The kindest Lord pays or suffers for your sin through His human form and protects both you and justice simultaneously. For doing that, He wants your pure and real love. You may plead that you do not have that much pure and real love. No, no, no. You have it, and you show it to your children. Give at least a drop of it, proving that you really love God, at least a bit, even though not equal to your great child. At least stop this hypocritical love and stop asking Him for any favor. Follow the path of justice, and if you can still love Him without aspiring for any favor from Him, then that is real love or devotion. You love your child, even if he or she beats you. Don't say that pure love is impossible. It is impossible only in the case of others, including God. First, start loving and serving people who are other than your family, to get training in that path. At least do not grab the money of other people by cheating. Business is also a licensed way of cheating others. Even if you are not loving and serving others, at least do not grab their hard-earned money by corruption. First, stop harming others. Then start loving others. Then start serving others. Now you are trained well, and you are ready to love and serve God like Saktuprasta. Money is the root knot. It catches your throat. Therefore, the Veda says that sacrifice of money alone decides your love for God. Real love can be expressed only by the sacrifice of money and work, which is karma sannyasa and karma phala tyega. Without these two, other ways are only hypocritical. When these two also exist, the other ways get life. Otherwise, they are just dead items. Guna is theory, karma is practice. Theory should lead to practice. Otherwise, mere theory is only hypocrisy. The 4 Ks in spiritual path are decided by theory and practice only. Saktuprasta is the real Brahmana who sacrificed all the fruit of his work for God. Dharmaraja is a Kshatriya who could only do partial sacrifice of wealth in doing the Asvamedha. Dhritarashtra is a Vaishya who has good theory but zero in practice. He recognized Lord Krishna but did not give even 5 villages even though the Lord was asking. He had full power to give but nicely escaped by pleading his false incapability and going against his son. Duryodhana is a Sudra who did not even recognize the Lord and was greedy for the wealth of even his own brothers. Thus, caste is not by birth, but it is by the qualities and practice. Swami Dayananda, who was also a human incarnation, preached about this valuable concept. Every great preacher is an incarnation of God because Gita says the same. Buddha kept silent about God. This means that God is beyond words, mind, and logic, as said in the Veda. Buddha means the Buddhi, or Jnana Yoga, that speaks about the absolute God. Thus he is the greatest incarnation of God. If one thinks of him as an atheist, there can be no greater fool. Muhammad showed the formless medium in which God exists, which is energy, and this is presented as awareness by Sankara, because basically energy and awareness are one and the same. A prophet itself means a human incarnation. A prophet carries the message of God. The divine knowledge is in him. Is he not greater than other human beings? The message of divine knowledge is the characteristic of God, and so we say God is in him. Why do you deny it when God is omnipresent? Then every human being should give the same message of God, since God is omnipresent. But why did Muhammad alone give it? It is because the power of God, or knowledge of God, was in him alone. Then the power of God in the form of knowledge is not omnipresent. In any case, you have to accept that either God or his power was present only in Prophet Muhammad. That is what a human incarnation is. You are fighting with us without analyzing the concept of human incarnation. Thus, Buddha, Muhammad, and Sankara have preached the single phase, or the same concept, which was essential to the level of the followers at that time. The concept of a human incarnation was well established by Krishna and Jesus. You can find all the three branches of Hinduism, which is Advaita, Visista Advaita, and Dvaita, in Christianity, because Jesus said that he and God are one and the same, which is Advaita. Jesus said that he is the Son of God, which is Visista Advaita, and he said that he is the messenger of God, which is Dvaita. The required stage of philosophy was expressed according to the stage of the people of that time. Just now, Lakshman told me that Surya told him that at least once in a lifetime one should do the total sacrifice to the Lord. But Surya has already done that. One day he removed all his earnings, which were in the name of his son, and deposited them in the bank account of our trust. His wife, who is a good devotee of me, also quarreled with him for that act. He did not even inform me about his sacrifice. Only later on it was known from his wife. Is he not Saktuprasta really? Unfortunately, I am not the Lord in human form. Had I been the Lord, I would have sent him to Brahmaloka. At least I pray to the Lord to give him Brahmaloka when he leaves his gross body in course of time as per the rule of nature. Do not bother that you are unable to practice the highest truth today itself. At least accept the truth in theory. That first step is sufficient. One day or other, either in this life or in some future life, you will succeed. If you accept theoretically, you have put your foot on the first step of the right path. Journey and achievement of goal are inevitable. It is only a matter of time. But if you deny the truth even theoretically, you are in the wrong path. You want immediate fruit, and so you want to lower the goal. You want to sleep at 8 p.m. and want to become IAS officer. You want 40 marks as passing marks. You think that you can get 40 marks and pass. But my dear friend, if you keep 40 marks as the goal, you will only get 5 or 10 marks. Actually, 100 is distinction and 40 is passing marks. But we have kept it as a secret and are saying that 100 is the passing mark, so that you will certainly achieve 40 while you are trying for 100. This is called as Arthavada, which means a statement created for a purpose in the Veda. It means a spiritual secret, like a business secret. When you only get 5 marks and feel discouraged by seeing the 100-mark goal, then in your case, to encourage you, we shall say that 40 is the passing mark. Therefore, the Acharyas know how to close and open the secrecy of the truth according to the condition of the student. In some context, the truth has to be opened, and in some other context, the truth has to be covered. This brought the difference in the preaching of the human incarnations, which was based on the difference in the stages of different people they face in their times. If you realize this practical problem, you can easily realize that there is only one God in all the divine human incarnations.